Good morning, beautiful people. Samson here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new to the channel, guys, let's hit the subscribe button, notification bell, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. Help my platform to grow. If you're already subscribed, again, help my platform to grow by hitting the share button, leaving a comment, and hitting the like button. Liverpool Burnley. This is a bit late, but match reaction. It was 1-0 Liverpool. Great win. Used to be a saying back in the day. In the Premier League, where if you couldn't do it on a wet and windy day at Stoke, you're probably never going to be champions. I think this season now, this time round, it's if you can't do it on a wet and windy day at Burnley, you're probably never going to be champions. And Burnley is not an easy place to go. And yesterday's conditions were horrible, literally horrible. Wet, windy, slipping. People were slipping all over the place. The home fans, literally, Turf Moor was rocking yesterday. You can feel the atmosphere through the screen. And the Burnley fans got behind the team from the moment the whistle went. And Burnley, you know, I mean, like, it was 1-0. It was 1-0 win for Liverpool, but Burnley had their chances. Most of the chances were offside, bearing in mind. It's hard to exactly know how many chances or clear-cut chances they had that weren't offside, because there were so many. But they kept on getting in behind our defence time and time again. The high line did pay off sometimes. There were other times where it didn't pay off, and we had to rely on Alisson to bail us out. Thank God for him. But yes, it was a weird lineup actually. With Klopp done a lineup. So obviously the back four was the same, with Alisson in goal, but the midfield was where it was like, huh? That raised a few eyebrows. Henderson started ahead of Thiago. Didn't make sense. Keita started ahead of Thiago and Elliott and Jones. Well, Jones and Gomez didn't even make the bench. That's first and foremost. I'm not sure if there was an injury or if there's like a knock, but Jones and Gomez didn't make the bench. It's a bit worrying for Gomez because that's the second game in a week he's not made it. Well, second game in a week he's not made the bench, but I think he's still recovering from COVID. This is why he wasn't on the bench for the Leicester game. I think he was recovering from COVID, but Ox was on the bench. Jones wasn't. Milner. But Diaz, Elliott, and Jota were all on the bench as well. There was no Origi either, so I'm not sure what that means about him. But Mane came back in straight to the side. I think Jota was injured in training or couldn't train on Friday or Saturday, which is why he didn't make the starting lineup. So Mane started ahead of him. We would have liked to see Diaz. I think this is the type of game where I think Klopp played it smart and didn't start Diaz or play Diaz, because as good as Diaz is, you don't want your introduction to be an away game at Burnley. Like you're still settling in, trying to find your feet. The last thing you need is to be thrown in the deep end at an away game at Burnley in those conditions with Turf Moor rocking. So yeah, Klopp made the right decision in terms of making sure he wasn't really involved in the game. We didn't really need him. The game was just end to end, literally. Burnley were pretty dominant the first 20, 25 minutes. They were really threatening. Again, I don't know too many. Jay Rodriguez got in a few times. The other guy, I forgot the other guy striker, Weghorst, I think his name is. He had a few chances. He should have had a hat-trick, to be honest. But yeah, it is what it is. Yes, I'm literally bouncing from one end to the other. I was talking about the lineup. So obviously, Keita, Fabinho, and Henderson in midfield. Mane started as well. Firmino started ahead of Jota as well, which is, I feel like this was no one's best game. Let's be honest, no one had a good game today. Fabinho scored, got the winner for Liverpool, the only goal of the game. Great. Alisson had a good game actually, but apart from Alisson, I don't think anyone, either in Burnley or in Liverpool colours, had a good game. Literally, it was one of those. It was an ugly win. And it's a win that you love to see your team go through, grind out a 1-0 win, ugly win. It's been a long time since we've done this, actually. It's been a really long time since we've ground out an ugly win where we should have dropped points, but we didn't, because we matched the opposition team man for man on the pitch. So you'd love to see it. What does this mean moving forward for the title race? Doesn't really mean much. It just closes the gap, I think, now to 9 points. We've still got Play City, which is cool. We've still got game in hand as well, which is helpful. So I think there's 9 points, we'll go down to 6. And then when we play City, hopefully if we beat them, go down to 3. And then who knows? And then who knows? But it's all if, buts and maybes. We've got to wait and see if this team's capable of taking on this sort of pressure and adding the pressure to Man City. But for now, we take the win. We move into the next game, which I think is against Inter in the Champions League. Come on, you Reds.